to the podcast from Temperance Town, the sexiest podcast of world renowned. Tony grows a beard to hide his chin, swabs it with Earl so it glistens.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
Download the pod, you won't get enough of these dapper chaps talking deadly fluff. In Hobo Gulch they run a homeless mission, clanging and banging with the pentagram of kittens.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
They enjoy their whiskey and local craft beer. By Odin's unkempt pubis we give a cheer. Tony's a raccoon when he's booziest. Don't be a savage, be an enthusiast.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
On the frozen tundra they call it a lock. Tony likes to masturbate in a sock. Brian pisses rocks cause it feels so great. I still don't know who the fuck is Tate.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
The boys will let you know when there's a spurner. Due to male pattern baldness, they don't wear curlers. Stay salty, people, that's their closing line. And don't forget, have a beer, you'll be fine.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty
Hey enthusiasts, what's happening? This is Salty Language, episode 208.
Goddamn Sexy Podcast Network.
Maybe our last episode. We'll see how tomorrow goes.
That's true.
But we'll get to that. So I'm Brian as usual, I guess, and also joining me as usual is Tony.
Hey, how's it going?
Toad's on the other microphone. Ugh, enough of that.
2 turntables and a.
I don't think you have 2 turntables.
You know what? You're right. I have one, and it doesn't even work.
Right. So yeah, I don't even count that as one if it doesn't work.
All right.
So sorry.
Fair enough.
You're right out. You're the worst. You're the worst DJ. Oh wait, no. You have an iPod and headphones. You're a DJ.
Yeah, it means I'm a sick ass DJ, and I can quote unquote dance on stage. I can wave my arms around.
Calm down with that. Like maybe after some beers.
Definitely after some beers.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
So we've got an enthusiast out of the way. We haven't done that in a little while. That felt a little different. You know,
it was a good one.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. We were just stumbling all over ourselves at the beginning and end. Well, I was stumbling all over myself at the beginning. The end, we were both kind of tripping.
Well, it's. This will come out before the enthusiast, so we might as well.
Allegedly.
Talk to Travis from Snake Oil Comics. Look forward to that.
Right.
Just savages.
Yeah. We talked to him at Fantasticon when we were at that convention for a wee bit, and that was good times. And
yep.
So now we got to sit down and have a heart-to-heart with him.
It's true.
So, so we'll see. And, we'll be allegedly, there's rumors abound that, we'll be joining them and they'll be joining us here before too long for all sorts of crazy crossover nonsense.
Yep. Scissoring, everything.
Wait,
it's going to get crazy.
I don't think it works that way with guys, dude.
It's like scissors. It just looks silly.
It's like pin cushioning. I mean,
it's just mushing. It's like a pillow fight.
Yeah, it's like 2 clowns rubbing noses.
More disturbing.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, it depends on the clowns,
clown
right? Yeah. Yeah. I'm hoping there's someone listening just cowering in a corner now. Make
clowns rubbing noses.
Can't sleep, clowns will eat me. Man.
That's the next name of my band, Brian.
Can't sleep.
Clown Eskimo Kiss.
And we'll know what it really means.
That's right.
It's like... I'm writing that down. That might be the show name. Oh, man. All right. So how was your week, sir?
It was not bad. Not bad.
We don't like that because that doesn't lead to ranting. So
well, I don't have a whole lot to rant about, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just kind of a meh week. Had a good weekend. Preferred week.
We're just mispronouncing all the words tonight.
I got completely annihilated by mosquitoes and other random insects at a bonfire we went to.
Nice. So you're
and also got annihilated by all the drinking.
Well, that'll happen. Now, did the mosquitoes get annihilated from all the drinking? Because that would be hilarious.
I don't know. I mean, the next day, I was getting out of bed, and Jean's like, "Oh my God, you're back!" I guess it looked like basically I got shot with a shotgun full of pellets, pretty much.
Nice, bunch of back knee, gotcha.
Yeah, some.
It's from all those roids you do for working out,
Apparently,
obviously, trying to keep the mad gains going,
Yeah, exactly. That's not back knee. That's just testosterone leaking my body.
That's pretty awful.
But yeah, bonfire is good. I mean, it was a roaring inferno.
Yeah. You posted a picture that was pretty impressive.
Yeah, it was pretty good sized fire, and drank a lot of beer and had some interesting conversations with some people. I had this little blonde woman that was talking to. We were both hammered, of course. And she showed up with two guys, which I'm not 100% sure if she was dating or not.
Right? No, she's just fucking him. No,
I don't even know.
It's fine. She's the wobbly age, no big deal.
But what threw me is her and I are just talking, and she's like, "Oh my God, I gotta tell you something." I'm like, "Oh, okay, what?" And hammered.
Right.
She's like, "Well, are you circumcised?" I was like, "Well, yeah." She's like, "I had a one night stand last week, and he wasn't, and I ran out of there."
So. I like that she asked you first, because if you would have been like, no, she would have probably been like, oh, never mind, or something.
Oh, well, forget this story, sir.
Well, this is going nowhere.
Exactly. I do believe my response was just like, ugh, a turtleneck.
Right.
I don't know. I was pretty drunk.
Oh, you being pro-barbaric rituals. Oh, man, that's funny.
That's what threw me, though, was the next day. I was like, was she with one of those guys? Then she's telling me how last week she had a one-night stand.
Yeah, probably. It's fine.
That's what really threw me.
It's a bonfire. Anything goes at a bonfire.
Anything goes at a bonfire.
Right? I don't know. I don't go to bonfires, so I don't.
It was fun. You'll have to join us. Maybe it's like a thing he does for his birthday.
Right. See, the outside and the mosquitoes thing are where I don't want. Like, the drinking I'm all for, and the conversation I'm all for those things.
You don't notice the mosquitoes until the next day.
Well, because you're drunk, true.
Yeah. I mean, the only real problem was, and this is why, honestly, I was so hammered.
Mm-hmm. Lots of applying beer to the face?
What?
Lots of applying beer to the face?
Well, there was that.
Yeah.
But no, we're driving there, and I'm like, hey, honey, do you think we should stop and get dinner somewhere? Because I'm pretty hungry.
Right.
She's like, I don't know, I'll text them. And then they text back, nah, we got plenty of food. I was like, oh, sweet.
Naturally.
So show up, and it was like 4 hot dogs.
Giant mosquitoes.
Roast, carving like turkeys.
Right.
No, it was like 4 hot dogs, a couple bags of chips, some cupcakes, and like various salads with loosely covered in plastic wrap.
Okay, so that was the food available, not
that
what
was
you
lots
consumed.
of food that they had.
Okay. 4
right?
hot dogs.
And I'm not shitting on them because I housed a couple hot dogs.
You are,
but,
too. It's a glass-bottom boat kind of thing. I get you. Anyway, moving on.
But, I'm not I don't know how long the salads are out, so I'm not going to indulge.
Yeah.
And I'm not really a sweets dude, so I'm not hitting the cupcakes.
Don't lie, yeah.
And I had a little bit of chips, so I'm just like, well, I guess I'll just get my caloric intake from beer.
Yeah, that's certainly a good way to get messed up quickly.
So that might have been a part of the reason I was kind of, like, hammered pretty. Plus, I don't know, I think we're there 20 minutes. I was like my third all day in.
That's fine. That's why
I was so thirsty.
Wait, your third what?
All day?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they're called that, because you can drink them all day.
Not on an empty stomach.
That's fine. It's fine. As a doctor, I recommend it. Brian's not a doctor. Yeah.
But yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, sounds like it.
The next day, though.
Except for the mosquitoes. Yeah. That doesn't sound like
between the
fun.
mosquito bites and
malaria.
We were up late.
Yeah.
And I didn't, and then I'm up early because I'm a jackass.
Yeah.
I was...
Now, see, what you got to do is when you drink like that and you're up late, you got to take some sleeping pills.
Oh, perfect.
That's what all the
what the rock stars do.
Exactly. Clearly, they make the best judgments.
What I got to do is I got to come home and pound a glass of water and go to bed.
That's probably a good
not
idea.
Just go to bed.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, no joke, we ended up doing... had a family picnic thing at the in-laws' house, And I felt like shit until probably like 2 o'clock. I was still not quite right.
You need some more all days is what it was.
Dude, we brought our cooler from the bonfire just to there because it was full of beer. I just drank water all day.
Yeah.
I felt like shit.
Well,
I'm like, God, I'm getting too old for this bonfire nonsense.
I've already diagnosed your problem, sir. It's the problem with all the drinking is when you stop. That's where all the problems come from. You just got to keep drinking. You push through all the other stuff.
Well, we're going to find this out tomorrow. Right? We go to Summer Beer Fest.
That's right, folks. Because you've demanded it, the enthusiasts head back to another beer fest.
Damn straight.
Because we just haven't sampled all the beers. I read a couple days ago there's, over 900 available, I believe, at this.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
That's obscene.
I can't wait.
So we have 5 hours. Well, you have 6. I have 5 hours to see how close to 900 I can get.
And you this is the first time you've been to summer, too, isn't it?
Yes.
Summer's a blast because, I mean, it's,
Which will leave, let's see, I've been to winter, fall. This is summer. Is there a spring one?
There's 2 fall.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay, so I haven't been to one of the fall ones. I was like, I know there's 4, and I haven't done the Grand Slam. So
yeah, we're hitting the Grand Slam this year because we're going back to Marquette in fall for that beer fest.
Yeah, that's a whole different beast. Yeah,
that's like an 8-hour drive. But
that's why I said
yeah. Who cares?
Road trip.
Road trip. But yeah, oh man, it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. I mean, Jeannie just got back from the store like an hour ago. Yeah. I looked in the kitchen, satchels of pretzels and things to build my necklace out of.
Nice.
I'm pumped. I've been thinking about Beer Fest all week.
Yeah, me too. The whole time I've been like, God, I wish it was Saturday already because I just apply
right?
all the beers to my face. Yeah.
It's not even a beer. It's just I love going.
Oh,
the
I know.
whole experience is just a good time.
Yep, I agree.
Yep. And the beers help too.
I do. This is gonna sound alcoholic-like, but I wish it was a little longer. Like I wish that it was like a 6 or like an 8-hour kind of thing, so you could pace yourself just a little bit. Because generally, once I'm in there, I'm pacing myself, but it's also kind of a fevered pitch because you want to try as much as you can, in the time that you're there. I mean, it's not like you're gonna. There's no chance of catching them all, but
there's no way you're hitting all.
No.
Yeah, all 900.
No, exactly.
Without dying.
And coming back and probably dying again.
Yeah, for sure.
Because again, even if you keep a good clip up, as we generally do, we don't get anywhere near. Hell, we don't even get near like a tenth of the beers.
Right.
Well, I can't say that. We did hit 75 or so the one time. So.
Did you? I don't know if you heard about, what was it? Okay, I just pulled the story. Greenbush Brewing, what they're bringing to the Beer Fest this year?
No.
Well, it's because it's Summer Beer Fest, right?
All I can hope for is scantily clad women just for me.
There's plenty of those.
Yeah, probably.
But they're bringing 31 flavors of beer, Brian. Everyone is based off an ice cream.
That is fantastic. I was so hoping you were going to say that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I don't know if the beer will be awesome, but that's an awesome idea.
I mean, they've got stouts that are like Neapolitan, Rocky Road, Mocha Chip.
See, I kind of want to just
multi-ales.
I kind of just want to try all of those,
Well, the one thing is that it's only a 5-gallon batch.
Oh, jeez.
Of the last one, and it's the waffle cone porter.
Oh, I bet that's fantastic.
And I want to try the waffle cone porter.
That's one you're probably going to have to hit quick.
Yeah.
Is it available? Happening. Yeah, I was going to say, is it available tomorrow? Because
I don't know.
You know how some of those are.
And you know how a true Hefeweizen has that banana flavor.
Yeah.
It's like banana split, chocolate banana frozen.
Oh, that's awesome.
Peanut butter. I can't wait to
that's
go
what
to
I'm saying,
Greenbush's
right?
booth.
It's like I kind of just want to saddle up there and go through the whole run pretty much. But I mean, we got enough people we could hit it.
Yeah, it's true.
But it's still the idea of that's a lot of fucking beer.
Oh, there it is. They have Superman.
Awesome. All right, well, so we have to try to get a Superman tasting because that seems like a weird taste. And that waffle cone sounds delicious.
Right, waffle cone porter. I'm in.
Yeah,
I saw that. Of course, it was on Reddit. Weird, but it's like ice cream beer. I'm totally in for that.
Yeah,
actually, I could sidetrack into an ice cream. I will get to it later. Let's keep talking about beer.
I haven't. I was gonna print out a brochure and start having a look-see at the beers, and I forgot to do that. So
it's quite overwhelming again.
Yeah, well,
it's not as overwhelming as winter was.
No, that one had 8.5 billion beers or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it was ridiculous how many beers were there.
Also,
but we won't freeze to death. We might sweat a lot.
Yeah. Oh, I'll sweat a lot.
God, there's delicious cold beer to drink.
You're right. Well, that's why I said the funniest part about the winter one is we're out there freezing our balls off, and then how do we, resolve it? Oh, let's have some frosty beers.
cold beers.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, man.
But I guess no one will hear this before it happens, but I fully intending...
I'm putting this up tonight. No.
I'm doing a little bit of periscoping here or there.
Yeah.
And posting pictures, of course, and I already have questions lined up to ask people.
Right. That's my intent, too. I'd like to do more pictures and stuff than I did. Because last year, I think I took a picture of, the line when I first got in, and I think from there it was like, nope, applying beers to face.
Yes, beers to the face.
Sorry. Need both hands. One to hold my coins and the other to hold a beer. Or
exactly.
Two to hold a beer. Depends.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah. Should be a good time.
It's going to be awesome.
It better be. Because otherwise, I don't know.
It'll be awesome.
I'd just be disappointed if it wasn't. I don't see how it can't be.
Right?
I mean, the only thing that could make it stink would be inclement weather. And I don't mean some rain. I mean, thunderstorms and, whirling
they are calling for rain. They say might develop into thunderstorms.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah.
A nice, refreshing rain might be good for the soul.
I'm sure it'll feel nice.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it may not. You never know. Unless it's acid rain. No.
Burned.
Yeah. Whatever. We'll do it.
I guess, I'll do a slight segue here with ice cream talk.
Nice.
It's Sunday.
I see what you did there.
Hungover day.
Right.
It was National Ice Cream Day.
Okay.
Right? So we're like, all right, we did this family picnic thing, and we're like, we'll take the kids for ice cream. And generally, as a rule of thumb, ice cream and I don't get along real well.
Yeah.
So, but I'm like, you know what? I've been craving a hurricane or blizzard or whatever blended candy ice cream concoction it is in your neighborhood.
Right.
I've been craving one of those.
Right.
Because I haven't had one in years.
Right.
Because the last time I had one, it was awful for me and everyone around me.
It created a hurricane. I get you.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Mudslide, more likely.
Well played, sir. Well played.
But, so I was like, you know what? Screw it. And I did the thing where I'm like, I'm going to get a vanilla with, although I should ask for chocolate, it's even better, with Reese's peanut butter cups. Small. I don't need a huge one. I just need a small one.
Right.
And then I pulled the family aside, and they did that talk.
You're like, this is going to be a crime scene later.
Yeah. Well, it was like the same talk like the scientist who made the zombie apocalypse gives his family before he kills them all.
Right.
Because he knows what's coming,
Yeah.
I gave him that speech.
That's
like,
fair.
I'm about ready to unleash great evil.
Yeah.
And I apologize in advance for the things that are going to happen later tonight.
Right. Don't be surprised if you hear some weird noises. There may be a werewolf transformation.
It's going to be ugly.
It's just not going to be a good sight. Yeah.
So
just remember through all of it, I love you.
Right. Yeah, that was basically it.
Right.
So, we get the ice cream. I eat the ice cream. Nothing.
Really?
Nothing. And the only thing I can chalk it up to is for the past 5-6 months or so, I've been every day been taking probiotics.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think.
Maybe. Yeah. That's wow.
And I was shocked. I woke up the next morning. I'm like, you know what? I never felt like I got stabbed in the stomach.
You wake up the next morning, you lift the sheets and look at the bed and all clean.
Clean as a whistle.
Like, well,
and I'm not about to, start chugging glasses of milk. I'm not testing fate,
right?
Or tempting fate, rather. But that's the only thing I can figure is that it must be the healthy gut bacteria doing its thing.
That's fantastic if it is, because because it's not like you're knocking those back all the time anyway. So it's if that allows you to enjoy an occasional dairy treat,
frozen
then fantastic.
Treat.
Yeah, exactly.
That isn't sherbet.
Yeah. Ugh, yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I'm down for some sherbet, but sherbet doesn't taste like chocolate and peanut butter.
No, sure does not.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that's something to not rant about for sure.
Yeah, I know. Like I said,
Damn
it's
it.
been an all right week.
I don't like this at all. Damn it. No ranting?
Not really.
Man. All right. Well, let's...
I can refer to my notes. Maybe there's something I'll rant about in here.
Yeah, I was trying to think if I had anything, because not a whole lot's happened this week. Other than I noticed that today you and I both seem...
Whoa. That was my dumb hands.
Oh. You and I both seem to run into dum-dums with vanity plates today, so... I couldn't get a picture of mine, but... I went to the post office today and saw not one but two at the post office, and the first one said armpit.
Armpit?
Armpit, yeah. And it was this, like, kind of, I don't know, 40-ish, maybe not even 40, I don't know, some blonde woman just with this little, like, Jesus, like, kind of dash thing that, like, shook.
Like dancing Jesus?
Yeah, a little bit. No,
or is he swaying on the crucifix?
No, wow.
Like, that is the weirdest solar thing I've ever seen.
Oh my God, the image of Jesus just swaying in the... Anyway, no, it was just like...
look on the bright side of life.
I just laughed at the thing. I don't even know how to describe it. It wasn't a bobblehead. It had like a suction cup on the bottom, and it just, moved back and forth. It wasn't really anything impressive. But yeah, because when I saw armpit, I'm like, I gotta see what this person looks like. Because that's part of, like, whenever I see those, I always want to see the person,
Right.
And I was like, I wonder if she borrowed somebody's car, because she doesn't seem like that fits her. Either that or it's some weird nickname. It's like, whatever. So then on the way out, somebody else pulled in, and it's Finally, Finelee. And I was just like,
nope.
Nope, indeed.
So you want them to pull out and just get T-boned by, like, a tanker truck.
Right. Just wheel kick them as they're getting out of the car.
They're getting out after getting T-boned?
Yeah, yes. Like, oh, I made it out okay. Not so fast. Yeah. And yours was better than either of mine, but...
Dude, I pulled my phone so quickly out of my pocket. I felt like a gunslinger in the Old West.
That's exactly what I was thinking, yeah.
Because I glanced up, and I did that while I was driving.
Awesome.
Which is a code, too, I know.
Yeah.
But I looked up, and all I saw was Sperm Mom. And I know it's supposed to be Super Mom.
Yeah.
But it sure looked like Sperm Mom to me.
It did not say super, because there's no U sound in there. It's just SPERMOM.
Yeah, it's SPER Mom.
Yep, that's Sperm
Mom.
That
says Sperm Mom.
Yep. All donations accepted.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man. Sperm Mom is just a cute way of saying cum dumpster. It's just... I'm sorry.
Cum dumpster with responsibilities.
Yes.
Title of the show.
Dumbasses. Yeah, I wish. That'd be fantastic. That'd be the best show name ever.
It would be.
Yeah. Cum dumpster.
Until we get that email from iTunes.
Right. It just sounds like the worst or best name for a new TV show.
Cum dumpster with responsibility.
Yeah. Next on MTV. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I like all these guys, but I have to make these pizza.
Man. I am no fan. As anyone who knows me knows, I am no fan of the vanity plates. It's very rare that I see one that induces anything but just rage. So,
yes.
Yeah.
The only ones I think the only one I really got a chuckle out of, and I saw it either on like a Jeep or like some sort of sports car. It was just, MPG LOL. I was like, oh, that's all right. I can kind of get behind that. Yeah. Driving a Jeep that gets shitty miles per gallon.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. Man, I tell you.
But for the most part. No, I'm sorry. Hmm? The one vanity plate I can get behind, and I never got a picture of, and I've seen it twice.
Damn it, man.
Because at the time I've seen it, I had my old iPhone, and the camera just wasn't as quick to load.
Right.
Was the one that just said "For Draper." And I think I've talked about this on the show before, because how I read it was 4D Raper.
Nice.
And I just was like, oh, you rapes in the fourth dimension.
That's
talent.
It's talent.
That's time.
Yeah. Well, the fourth dimension's anal, remember? So, wait, no, that's the fifth dimension. Sorry. Whatever. The fifth dimension. Wasn't that something from the 70s?
Maybe.
Like
I don't know.
Group?
It's probably some club where they're still doing coke.
Nice.
Yeah. Or chopping up comic books and doing rails.
Nice. Good callback to something.
It's a call forward.
It's a call forward, yeah. Like, what? I don't get it. Listen to the enthusiast. You'll understand.
You'll get it.
Yep. So, I'm trying to think if there's anything of note for me for the week, but there's not really, so... Tomorrow. It's all just looking forward this week.
It's
that's just
exactly
like beer fest, just laser focused.
Yeah, trying to get to Saturday.
Yeah, is it Saturday yet? No, let's go back to sleep. Today's the only day I've been awake.
I did watch a kind of a goofy documentary. I watched Searching for General Tso.
I saw that. I haven't watched it, but I saw that it was added to Netflix.
And the only reason I watched it is because one day this week, Gene and I got home late. We didn't really know what we were doing for dinner, so fuck it, let's just get Chinese food.
Right.
And we're talking about General Tso's chicken, how it's more of an American dish.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I remember seeing that title on Netflix, so I just watched it the other day.
Right.
And it was actually kind of an oddly interesting documentary.
Right, because it's not... it's like a total American fabrication, right?
It was actually invented in Taiwan by a Chinese chef.
Ah, okay.
But it came over here and just kind of exploded.
Right. Yeah, it's a pretty popular dish
everywhere.
over here.
But it was funny because the documentary, the people did it went to China. And they're passing out pictures of General Tso's chicken, and people are like, "What is this?"
Yeah, right.
No one recognized it.
Well, no, yeah. What's funny to me is I've had it plenty of places here, and each place seems to have a different recipe for it.
Yeah,
it seems
that's one of the things they said
really
in
different.
The show.
Yeah,
no one's recipe is really the same.
Right, and it's not even like if you have a burger at 5 places, you may have different seasonings or what. It's not even that. It's like the sauce is way different, and it's almost not the same dish at some places.
Well, because I like it spicy.
Right.
Because I like that sweet and spicy.
Yeah.
And every time we get from the place we get it from, which they got pretty good food, but I always go hot.
Yeah.
And it's never remotely hot. Anything we order from there is never hot.
That's kind of weird because,
I wonder if it's just the area. Like, if someone's like, I'll take it hot, and then they order, like, good Lord, I didn't ask for goddamn this spice of shit.
I don't know why Gomer Pyle is ordering the foodstuffs. Yeah, I
don't know if they dumb down their spicy.
It's very possible. There's a lot of places that do that,
Yeah.
Depending on the fare. Like, I remember being in a diner that I was, thinking to myself, wow, the food here is really bland. And I actually heard one of the people working there tell someone else that they don't heavily season the food because they have a lot of older clientele, and they complain.
Oh, believe me, when I have to cook for Jeannie's family and her grandpa's eating, I have to, like if I'm doing beer can chicken, I'll do one that's boom, the way I like to do it.
Right.
And then the other one's barely got salt and pepper on it, because if it's too spiced in any way, he can't eat it.
Oh, okay.
For some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
understand
He just wants the whole chicken to himself.
It may be.
That's smart.
But it was kind of interesting, though, because it was the beginning was hey, let's figure out where this came from and what we think. And then the middle of the documentary was well, here's how Chinese food spread through America.
Huh.
Which was kind of interesting. And then the very end was here's where General Tso's chicken actually comes from.
Been funny if it just ended.
That's it. They never reveal it.
Yeah, or they're just here's where it really comes from. And there's just a big question mark. They're we really don't know. We couldn't find an answer. I all right.
But it was basically the Chinese immigrants came over and they got persecuted, and the only way they could make money was restaurants and doing menial labor kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then so they started moving west to get away from all the persecution in California, and they just started opening up restaurants everywhere.
It's because they're all West Side. Yeah.
West Side.
Yeah.
And then it all kind of exploded, and everyone's like, this shit's amazing.
General
and then
Tso's
communist China came into play.
Right.
And a lot of places went out of business because everyone's like, fuck the commies.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
We can't trust these people, and
yeah.
Yeah, and I guess the places that managed to go through and make it through that, they are what they are now.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But they're talking to Chinese people fresh off the boat. It's a good show too, but about the General Tso's chicken, like asking them if they know how to make it. They're like, oh yeah, everyone who comes to America knows how to make this. And I mean, they're like, well, why do people like it or whatever? And they're like, well, the restaurants like it because it's cheap to make.
Yeah.
It's basically just chicken nuggets and sauce with a couple pieces of broccoli.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. That's all. That's from the Chinese place we get it from. That's really all that comes in it. I mean, obviously it comes with a thing of rice too, but it's like there's like peppers in it, like full on like whatever. I forgot what peppers they are, but they're like long red peppers, kind of.
Like those Thai chilies or whatever.
Yeah. There's those in there, and it's just sauce the chicken, and like you said, like 3 pieces of broccoli, and that's.
Because, like, what we do with Chinese food now for our family, because, like, Leah doesn't eat a full meal by herself. She's still too young.
Yeah.
So we'll order, like, 3 full meals, 4 egg rolls, and then we just do a family style.
Yeah.
Everyone gets a little bit of everything.
Right, yeah.
Which is perfect, because then it's like, well, one person doesn't have this super unhealthy thing with 2 pieces of broccoli.
Yeah, right.
Everyone can get a little bit of it.
Right, yeah.
And then we order stuff that's got, like, loaded with vegetables and all that.
Because it does kind of suck, because it's like, man, it's just like, does it really hurt you to throw some vegetables in this? I mean, come on,
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, it's not like they're expensive. Like, I bought vegetables. I know what how
cheap
I know what's up.
Be. I think I've seen you guys at my vegetable stand.
Right. Like, no, you haven't. Next time you see them, they're wearing false mustaches or whatever.
Right.
Something different about them.
Yeah, but it was an all right documentary.
Mm-hmm. So,
it's one of those weird ones you just kind of throw on, and it's more interesting than you think it's going to be.
Yeah, that's what I kind of was wondering about it, because I was like, I wonder how, I don't know how to word it. I guess, like, how serious of a documentary it was going to be. I kind of figured it was going to be kind of a goof, because knowing that the General Tso's chicken doesn't really exist in China, so.
Honestly, the goofiest thing about the whole documentary was there was a guy that his whole deal, and he had his office surrounded with, like, boxes.
Okay.
And he just collects Chinese restaurant menus.
All right.
And he's got boxes and boxes of them.
See, I don't understand collecting stuff like that. It's like, why?
I don't get it. Like, he's like, well, here's a replication of the oldest one I have because it's crumbling. It's from 1916, and it's like a photocopy of it.
Right.
It's like, why? How is this interesting?
Right.
I mean, unless you're making a documentary like that, then it's very interesting because he was going through his menus trying to find like what years it started popping up on menus.
Right. Now, see,
that's pretty helpful.
Now I'm interested. Yeah. Until then, I was like, what's going on here? I don't know if I like this.
Yeah, but I don't understand why would you collect that shit?
I guess I can't really say much. I mean, there's a lot of people that collect the weirdest shit, Be like people who, there's a lot of people that used to collect, like, sugar packets and stuff from different places, or matchbooks, or, I mean, at least with matchbooks, you can be like, well, you can use the matches and keep the book if you want to, But it's like, why, I don't know. Like, taking a matchbook is one thing. Like, how places used to just have them out for you to grab,
Yeah, like, because I got to light my ciggies.
Right. Like, because you got to look cool while you're talking to your dame, see?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But, I don't know. I've never understood some of that. But then again, I'm sure there's a lot of people that look at me collecting Funko Pops going, why are you collecting these dumb things?
Yeah, but you're not the only guy doing it.
True.
I can't imagine there's another Chinese menu collector guy.
You should come visit our Facebook group. It's Men on Menus, except it sounds a little weird.
Men on Menus.
I'll admit it wasn't named real well, but
like, this is where I learn all my interesting facts, is these diner menus.
Right.
So I started collecting them.
Meanwhile, they're all just, they just all look like Dev's business card, basically.
Right.
Ooh, erotic.
Wow, Men on Menus. That's funny.
This looks like the Year of the Hog, if you catch my drift. That's not a fat joke. That's a dick joke. Just to clarify. I just want to make sure no one thinks I'm saying anything I shouldn't be saying.
Well, naturally.
So, So we actually had we had a couple people respond to our Cue the W's last week.
W.
One of which was longtime listener, first time our pal Cheeto Bandito, rest in peace. Come back to Twitter and I'm just saying. Anyway.
Come back as like Ghost Cheeto.
Oh, that'd be amazing. You should. Right? You really should, man. If not, I might start the account myself. I'll just find his old tweets and just start recycling them.
But add like hashtag boo. No hashtags. Just add boo.
Right. Like I'm calling him my boo, or
yes,
because that's a little weird. I mean,
okay, call him your bae. That's right.
All right. So
tweets on fleek.
Damn it, man! Stop it. You've already got me to say Q of the W. So he emailed us.
Wait, what was that again, Brian?
Q of the W. Well, great. Yeah. Now no one will hear the rest of the podcast. No. I'm going to read his email now, and it starts with, says Q of the W, hang self. But to answer, fuck yes, I would live rent-free and give up my search information. Eventually, they would get tired of viewing my IMDb and porn searches anyway. Also, to add to the music section, if I need a pick-me-up song, I'm probably going for Metal Health by Quiet Riot or Thunderstruck by AC/DC. I'm sure there are many others, but those two come to mind first. And then he washes our balls for a little bit. So
oh, perfect.
Yeah, just the way we love ending everything. Yeah.
Well, I'll have to make sure I added songs to the playlist because I've added some since we talked about it last week.
Right.
I actually think I think we might actually have a few subscribers to the playlist now too.
I like it. Let's see. Our pal Road or the Risk, if you will.
She'll be at a risk tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the goal anyway. She, referring to the, would you, the free rent question we asked, what was it, 2 weeks ago, a week ago, whenever it was, I don't remember. The Q of the W that week. She put, do you use free Wi-Fi at Starbucks or other public places? I guarantee someone is mining info there, so if you're okay with that, of course you'd go for free rent. And that was kind of the point I was making when we discussed it, because there's already so many things mining your data at this point, And then she had two selections for the Happy playlist.
I did add those to the playlist.
Okay, which was Fatboy Slim, Weapon of Choice. And now, I'll read this. It says, Fatboy Slim, Weapon of Choice for Happy songs, ya bitches. And then also Menomina from The Muppet Show.
Which is an excellent choice.
Which is an excellent choice, because I can't listen to that and not think of how it was originally for, like, a porn. But anyway. So, yeah. So that's what I have to add to that.
And then we had a couple on Reddit. We had Nessum Doom. Not sure if I said that right.
Probably not.
It says, yup, but does that count if I use a proxy or a VPN or DuckDuckGo or Tor? Either way, yes. I can take my laptop elsewhere if I want to look up stuff.
Also true. Yeah.
Also true.
Yeah.
And then from the main man,
Doug
Lingerie.
Oh, Doug Lingerie.
Says, yes, it's more than I get for my data, meow. In my line of work, I'm fully aware of what's legally given away with an agree click and what's taken without your knowledge or consent.
Doug works in a whorehouse.
Yes.
Just letting everyone know.
So basically the moral of the story is that everyone is in on this, and this apartment building has a terrible business plan.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. But a really interesting search history, probably.
Yes, very interesting search.
Because I would only look up the most deviant things in the apartment.
Oh, I agree.
Like, well, they're going to mine them anyway.
Yeah, like, oh, fuck these guys. Well, I guess since we're talking Q and W, I can't say that with a straight face.
I know, right?
I have one for this week.
Excellent.
Brian.
I was hoping you did, because I do not.
And I have one to do your homework on for next week.
Oh, I don't know if I like that. But
you'll be fine.
But there's Beer Fest tomorrow. I can't be having homework over this weekend.
No, trust me. You'll like this. But
right.
It's way better if we actually put preparation into it.
All right, fine.
All right. So, the QW is... all right. Doc Brown shows up in a DeLorean, right?
Okay.
It's like, Brian, we gotta go. And you punch him in the face. You take his DeLorean.
Wait. Can I wheel kick him instead?
Okay,
I'm just really on. I'm on to wheel kicks today. So
that's fine.
All right.
Well, you gotta sneak it under that gull wing door, though.
Okay.
All right. Well, you wheel kick him. Hop in DeLorean. You travel through time. Which movie release party do you crash?
Oh my god. Like any movie released, like there's no...
Because you're traveling through time.
Why am I doing this instead of something productive?
Because this is way cooler.
All right. All right.
Because this is the basis for my new movie. Time-traveling movie party crashers.
What a terrible movie. Oh, please tell me you have Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn attached, because then I'm back in.
Of course. Old Big Nose and Baby Thumbs.
Right, his nose gets there before. Yeah, anyway. Old joke.
If you want to think about it, I got my answer.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, because I don't have one right now.
It's got to be Ghostbusters.
Okay,
I imagine that's got to be a crazy movie release party.
Okay, fair enough.
Lots of funny people. It's the 80s.
Right. Can I just be meta?
Mountains of cocaine.
Can I just be meta and make it Back to the Future?
Yes. You show up in a DeLorean.
Right? They're like, wow, what a great PR stunt.
Show up in a DeLorean. You point to young Michael J. Fox. What's shaking? You snicker.
Right, yeah. High five yourself, because you're the only one going to get that.
Right.
Wheel kick somebody, because, again, I'm on wheel kicks right now.
Well, if you got a wheel kick, you got a wheel kick.
Right. Sometimes
that should be a shirt.
Sometimes I get an itch, and I got to scratch it with your face on my foot.
It's on my heel.
Yeah. I don't know. There's probably better answers, but I kind of just want to go with Back to the Future just because I think it would be awesome.
I kind of like Back to the Future.
Mainly because when I show up, everybody would be like, who the fuck's this guy?
This is true.
Like, how's he just showing up in a DeLorean? And not just a DeLorean, a time machine DeLorean.
An actual time machine.
Right, because
DeLorean.
I'm just going to show up going down the street with the flames behind the car and everything, right? Or something.
Of course.
Yeah. Just showing up and getting out and like...
Well, it shows up, it's all like freezing cold to the touch and all that.
Well, of course, yeah.
It's Back to the Future.
Right. Then, like you said, I get out and someone goes to ask me a question, wheel kick.
You could cross streams and show up at, Bill and Ted's.
That'd be... I was trying to think of something that would just be weird to show up with, Like, I mean, I guess realistically you could pick some, like, old silent movie. Because you show up in a car, they would blow their minds.
That's true.
Well, I mean... You're like, what the hell is that thing?
The dictator of Chaplin.
Yeah. Just get up. Charlie, it's your kids. And he's like, I don't get it.
Charlie, it's your mustache.
Yeah.
We have to go to the 40s.
Oh, dude, there's my new movie. Me and Charlie Chaplin going through time, saving his mustache.
Versus Hitler.
Naturally, saving Chaplin's mustache. That's the name of the movie, by the way, Saving Chaplin's Mustache. Not to be confused with the feel-good movie that I'll also do that's called Saving Chaplin's Mustache.
Now, can we have, in Saving Chaplin's Mustache,
yes.
Can we have a scene like Saving Private Ryan?
Yes.
Where
the guy's head just turns into hamburger? Oh, no. Sorry.
I'm talking about like the part where it showed the old guy. Mm-hmm. Or was it the other way around? No, I'm pretty sure it showed the old guy like staring at the grave. Then it like went backwards through time and it became like Matt Damon. Or whoever was in that movie.
Well, Matt Damon was in the movie for sure. Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, so we do that, but it's clean-shaven Charlie Chaplin, and then it like reverses time and his mustache comes back.
Yes.
And then it's like the mission to save his mustache.
Obviously. Yeah, it's going to be like a shot-for-shot remake of Saving Private Ryan, but we're just saving his mustache. Not him with the mustache, just the mustache. Like the mustache has got a gun and it's firing at, German troops and stuff. I like this idea. All right.
See, it's a fine idea.
That's a good idea. Saving a mustache.
I know we're Oscar award-winning movie from Salty Language Studios.
That's OSKAR. Yeah, I like this idea. This is a good question, though, because I think it's one that, like, if you answer it, we need to know why you picked the movie, too.
Yes.
Like, you can't just go Godzilla and just be like, okay, but that doesn't, like, you got to give us some reason why.
Asian fetish.
Right. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I just, like I said, for me, showing up at, maybe showing up at an Inconvenient Truth with a car like a DeLorean, you're just, like, I don't, this is a terrible, yeah, it is. I don't know.
So the question I want you to do homework on, so don't give me your answer now.
So there's a Q of the W for down the road.
It's Q to W homework.
All right.
So it's like Q to W HW.
Q of the W home edition.
Right.
Right.
Is what would your wrestling intro music be?
Oh, I've already answered this, though. We've done this on the show.
Have we done this?
Yeah. because mine's partially a joke. Remember, mine would be sad trombone.
Oh, fuck, we have done
or some
this.
sort of sad music.
God
I can't remember.
I thought we had something
no,
good there.
It's fine. It's fine. Because,
Here's me forgetting, like I forget we talked to Travis like 30 minutes ago.
Right. It's fine. Mine's just...
Who?
The guy... No. Do the joke from the end of the show. Maybe I'll think of something else. Probably won't, though. Probably not.
Well, let me know, because I can,
No, because
have music ready to go.
I want to hear what everybody else's is. Because realistically, as Signor Delicioso, I don't know that the sad trombone music really works for me. I think I probably need better music.
Yeah, you might need like some sort of Mexican hat dance music or something.
I might. Yeah, or something that accentuates my swarthy Latin charm, for sure.
Like Rico Suave.
Yeah. Obviously.
Rico.
Suave. All right, so there you go. Everyone's homework.
Boom, homework.
First of all, you have to answer the you're in the DeLorean, and what movie premiere would you crash with it?
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
And then wrestling music.
And then your wrestling music, yeah.
So I guess it's double Q to W.
That's a lot of Q of the W.
It is a lot.
Double Q of the W sounds like a delicious barbecue treat.
I really feel like we need a Q to W like sounder now.
We do. We certainly do. I don't know how or what, but we need something for that.
Yeah, I might have to do my own homework.
Yeah. We need something like Moon Wars epic for Q of the W.
Did you say Moon Wars?
Yes. We need something that epic for Q of the W.
It's pretty epic.
Like Q of the W. Pew, 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 pew.
I just take the Moon Wars clip and just put Q to W. You still hear Moon Wars in the background.
Pretty much, yeah. You're right, though. We need something for it, though, for sure.
Yeah, it seems like something might be. Oh, duh. Q to W.
No.
Boom.
No, we need something better than that.
Oh, okay. You want the multi-air horn?
Obviously, if it's good once, it's better in threes.
I of course. Q to W.
That's really low, dude.
Oh.
Yeah.
So take two. Q to W.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah. Perfect.
I can do this all day. I got all kinds of buttons.
Yeah, I know you do. Calm down. Calm down. Ooh. Yeah, so thanks to the people that answered the Q of the W, though.
Absolutely.
And, please continue to do so as we'll keep posting them. I know I got to start putting some thought into this and coming up with something here because, I feel like I should contribute to, the posing of questions, but maybe not. I don't know. We'll see.
or either way.
I'm a lazy man.
Do you want to talk Game of Thrones?
Where did this come from?
Well, my wife and I have been having a discussion past couple weeks about.
I don't like couples talking.
I kind of want to get your input.
Communication right out. Okay.
And I guess we could, we don't have to do this on the show, but since I already talked about it,
it's fine.
But it's gonna be mega spoilers.
Okay, then I'm
So
in.
if you're not completely caught up on Game of Thrones, people,
get in your DeLorean.
Get in your DeLorean and pretend you didn't. Yeah,
I don't know.
You just might want to skip ahead like 5 minutes or something.
Did you skip ahead? Oh, we haven't started talking about it yet.
That's hilarious.
And you can't count because this isn't 5 minutes forward.
It's about Jon Snow.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
We both have theories about Jon Snow.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been, they've said like, oh, he's on set or he's doing table reads for the next season.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Now, if you're not aware, spoilers.
He did.
Yeah, he got stabbed. He did.
A lot. Yeah. He did everything but say et tu, Brute. You know?
Basically, it was what, for the Brotherhood or whatever.
Yeah.
For the Brotherhood. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I want to see a porn scene like that, except it's like a gangbang. So, anyway,
could easily.
Moving on.
Yes.
And not a guy taking it. So
we have clashing theories, and I think I'm right, she thinks she's right, right?
Yeah, that'll happen.
So her theory is is in, because what's his name? Brand can.
Now, I'd like to point out, neither of you guys have read the books, right?
We have not read the books.
Okay. And I don't, because I don't know if the books have anything to do with this or not, but I'm just curious.
Yeah, I don't know either, to be honest. So her theory is that he could, like, Brand could throw his consciousness into animals.
Yeah.
That he threw his consciousness, because he's part of the same bloodline, into his wolf.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's her theory. My theory is he's going to come back as a kick-ass undead warrior, one of the generals in the.
Yeah, here's why I asked you about the book, because I think, like, this is all just me trying to remember. I think I read that in the book there's some other character that dies and comes back as a walker or whatever, and that they may tweak it to where it's Jon Snow instead. So.
Boris, we're doing some Hulk Hogan flexes over here.
Well, we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
So, I was reading there's a lot of people that seem to be thinking along that path that he's going to become a walker, which would be awesome. I think I kind of want to see that. So
yeah, that's all right.
I think good theory either way, though, because he's clearly not dead. Because he's doing table reads, so either they're throwing the biggest okey doke ever, or they're going to do flashback scenes. I mean, I guess there's always potential
either way
for
is
that.
Possible.
Yeah,
but I'm secretly hoping for General of an Undead Army.
Me too, because that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Plus, then maybe we'll get a Thriller video at the end of one of the seasons. Probably not, but I can dream.
I'm at the Night's Watch. Good Lord, I think my cat just had a stroke. Oh no, he's just acting adorable.
Yeah, they do mimic each other. You see it all the time.
Like, oh, look at his face. It's
right?
so cute.
Oh, she's adorable. Like, no, I think she's having a stroke. Like, oh my God.
Oh, good God.
But she's so cute. Oh, I got to call 911. They show up and they're like, oh, it's a.
Oh, look, Grandpa's putting on his droopsy face again.
Wow. He's like, hey, look. He's like, my face measured my balls. Anyway.
The left side hangs low.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, that's still not smarter. I'm still right. Damn it. My highball joke about balls is still the best balls joke I've ever written. Damn it. I'm trying to top it, and I can't. Did you see that one? I tweeted, it was like old men ordering highballs to relive their youth.
Yes.
I don't know if people... Like, I had somebody that was like, this doesn't make any sense. And I was like, their balls are low because they're old.
Yeah, exactly.
God damn it. I try to make somebody think one time. I'm done.
Sons of bitches.
I'm just done. All right, well, let's go with your segue here from a minute or three ago. Brother.
Brother.
Speaking of Hogan and brothers.
Ooh, boy.
Yeah, I'm just going to make all the awkward
He doesn't call them brothers.
Nope. Yeah, apparently, like last night, I'm in this group. Not the men on menus, but like because of, Is
it the Game of Thrones gangbang group?
Yes. No, not that one either.
Oh, okay.
This one's for Doing the Job podcast, which is a member of the fine Pod Gods Network.
Right.
And they do a podcast about the wrestling, and there's a group where we all discuss the pro wrestling. And last night somebody posted that was like, hey, WWE has allegedly cut Hulk Hogan out of like everything. Like he's not even listed on their like Hall of Fame list anymore. And I'm like, whoa, and he had tweeted out something about there was some like, where is it here? They're alluding to a pending storm that would make its rounds. In the storm, I release control, Hogan tweeted. God in his universe will sail me where he wants me to be. One love, Hulk Hogan. Yeah, he typed one love. That wasn't me just ad-libbing that for reference. It turns out that there's allegedly some audio from a tape or whatever of Hogan that's him just dropping N-bombs like they're leg drops. I mean, just over and over, I guess. And this is like 8 years ago.
Did he have earbuds in? Was he listening to rap?
It's not even 8 years ago. I'm sorry. This is from like 2012. It's from like 3 years ago.
Yeah, that's... There's a quote where he says 8 years ago.
Yeah, I remember reading someone like.
Well, he's taken some hits.
Yeah. Because it says alleged audio and video of Hogan supposedly using racial slurs in a 2012 sex tape have apparently been obtained by Radar Online and the National Enquirer, because the Enquirer is such a, reputable source.
Well, for sure.
Anywho, Hogan's agent has come out, and I mean, Hogan's confirmed that he did it. Like, he's not, like, trying to pull the wasn't me or anything.
Right.
And WWE has seriously taken all references of him basically off of their website.
You have been erased.
Yeah, exactly.
Terrible movie.
Right. So here's my, I don't want to call it Q the W because those are all kind of fun and tongue-in-cheek and what have you.
Here's your serious Q.
Well, I mean, it is. Because this is years ago.
Yeah.
And I think we kind of had this discussion with Paula Deen. Because that was years ago.
Right.
And I know it's just surfacing, but I don't understand when you did something years ago and he's apologized and what. I don't get me wrong. He deserves to take a hit from this.
Absolutely.
That's going to happen. I get it.
As a public figure, what are you going to do?
Exactly. And he's Hulk Hogan. He'll absorb it. He'll be fine in the long run.
Dude, he's taking bigger shots.
Yeah.
He's going to get that Hulk rage going.
Exactly.
And fueled by Hulkamania. If he's allowed to say that word anymore.
Woof. Probably not. I don't, and he's kind of said that it doesn't, hoping that people don't let this define him. And it's like, yeah, welcome to the internet. It's going to define you going forward.
Unfortunately.
Because that's all that's going to happen. Just a bunch of idiots like me making bad jokes about it. I don't know. It's so weird to me because it's like, I don't know. I'm not saying there should be a statute on stuff, but it's like, I don't know. He didn't do this on, I mean, this isn't even the worst thing a WWE person has said, and they scrubbed the sight of him. Like, Ultimate Warrior said way worse stuff. Like, Ultimate Warrior used to go on, like, homophobic rants at colleges and stuff. Like, he got taken off stage during a lecture or a speech or whatever one time because of his hate speech.
Right.
And WWE brought him back, and it's like, Vince McMahon dropped an N-bomb on TV to Booker T one time. And it's the second most awkward thing I've ever seen on wrestling. The first being, like, them try to talk to the fans after Owen Hart had died.
Oh.
And I'm making no light of it. It's just the truth. That was
horrible.
Yeah, that was the most awkward thing ever because, how do you deal with that?
Neck and neck of Shockmaster.
Yeah. So, I don't know. What do you think of this?
Here's my problem with it. It's like, it's the old, and I hate to use this as an example, but it's like Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Right. Real quick, I'm not excusing in any way what was said.
There's
here.
no,
Just
it's not,
sure.
Yeah. But it's like the whole Dog the Bounty Hunter thing.
Yeah.
These are like conversations he had in private that are coming out now.
True. Yeah.
And then now now we're flushing Dog down the toilet. Okay?
Right.
He's out of our podcast now.
Gotcha.
Because you got to compare this, which, like you said, he should take the hit.
Yeah.
To all his legacy in wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he had Pastamania.
I know. Damn it, man. Yeah. Here's a question.
Okay, that's a bad example.
Okay, here's my real Q of the W about this.
Yes.
Okay.
Goddamn Q.
Okay. You're a parent who grew up as a Hulkamaniac brother.
Right.
Like, said your prayers, took your vitamins, believed in yourself, believed in God, right?
Yeah.
Did your training. Okay? You watched, rock and wrestling. You've got the wrestling buddy. Your kid sits and watches wrestling videos with you and is becoming a Hulk Hogan fan. This comes out, and the kid asks you about it. Where do you now stand with Hulk Hogan? This is where I think the problem becomes with it, right? Like, as far as WWE continuing to associate with him.
Right.
Because how do you have him as any sort of a...
like role model
or a person who's doing meet and greets? Because that's basically what he's been doing for him over the last few years. He's just been hosting things and being a guy for the meet and greets. Because he's Hulk. Like, everybody loves Hulk Hogan, basically. And, how do you justify this now?
I do kind of feel like it's WWE really overreacting by completely wiping him out from all their records, basically.
Right.
Like, seems a touch much.
I understand. Like, you've got to remove him from TV and maybe some appearances because he's nuclear right now.
You got to let the situation cool off a little.
Right. I'm not sure you need to remove him from the Hall of Fame thing, and it's an arbitrary thing anyway. But I'm not sure you need to go that far with it because again, the owner of the freaking company dropped an N-bomb on your programming.
Yeah.
As a joke. Like, did it before the rib because he's Vince McMahon and he knew he could get away with it. The same reason that Vince McMahon wrestled, Shawn Michaels in God the one time and has a victory over God.
I was not aware of that.
Yeah. Because he was the higher power with The Undertaker. I don't know if you remember that story.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah. And him and The Undertaker took on Shawn Michaels and God in a a tag team match. And, yeah. So.
And with Hogan, I mean, it's like when they're cracking down on football for offensive language and N-bombs.
Yeah,
that locker room mentality that alpha male dudes have like this. It's just, I'm not once again not excusing it.
No, not at all.
But
because it's not like he was saying it as in like I don't even know how to he's white, so there's no pass, but it's. It's not like he was saying this in any way that could be misconstrued as, I don't know, he was just rapping along or something to some rap album. It's that, this is, the context of it is certainly not being used in any fashion other than just.
Yeah, it was for Brooke's boyfriend at the time, right?
Yeah, it's clearly a racist diatribe. He goes on.
Right.
Like, there's no question. So, yeah. This is a tough one. I feel WWE's overreacting, but at the same time, I kind of I get it in a lot of ways, And
I don't think they should have taken out of the Hall though. It seems like.
Well, that's weird because it's like I'm sure he's still in the thing. They're just not acknowledging that he is basically. But
because like I said, it's like he fucked up.
Yeah.
It still doesn't take away all his accomplishments. Shut up! Sorry.
Yeah.
It still doesn't take away all the accomplishments that he had.
Well, it's like I saw somebody earlier today, comparing that to O.J. Simpson because he's still in the Football Hall of Fame.
Right.
And
he did way worse.
And I'm like, the thing is though, it's like allegedly, exactly. That's why it's different. But I don't know. With this, I just feel like in the long run it won't be a big deal, but. And he certainly doesn't. He doesn't need the money, but it's still, I'm sure it's nice to have that income.
Right.
But I don't know. I always hate when I read these kind of stories because on the one hand, I a lot of people were like, and they should be, but there's also that element of internet outrage with it, you know. And I'm like.
Sometimes internet outrage is pretty shitty.
Yeah, because like you said, I hate the fact that this was said in private. He didn't say this at a meet and greet. He didn't say this on TV or anything. You know what I mean? It's like he didn't disparage the company while doing it, or
he's in the squared circle. Let me tell you about my daughter's boyfriend, brother.
Yeah, exactly. Whoa, pipe bomb. Yeah, nothing like that. So I don't know. Whatever. See you later, Hogan.
Yeah. Oh, we should have been doing this.
Sad Hulk music for sure.
Damn it. Where's our producers? Oh, wait, that's us.
We don't have producers. I'll tell you, though.
Oh, my God, my cat.
Your cat is just going crazy.
That's my foot, you savage. Get here.
Hilarious. Oh, man. So, Did you see that a robot passed a self-awareness test for the first time? Since we've been talking about the robots the last few weeks.
I was not aware of this.
Yeah.
I was probably building my bunker.
Right? Humanoid robot in New York solved a classic puzzle that researchers say requires self-awareness. This is the first time a robot has passed such a test.
Well, that's frightening.
Yeah. I'm terrified, man. I'm not going to lie.
Well, I guess, speaking of robots, did you hear about the robot Google smart car had its first injury accident?
Yeah.
Because some asshole rear-ended it.
Yep. Right? That's what I'm saying. It's like, people...
They're out to get us.
Yeah.
Right?
The car, that's why I said when people ask me why I don't drive, and I'm like, it's never because I don't trust myself.
It's always other people.
I don't trust the other assholes.
Yeah. But no, I had not heard of the self-awareness test, and that's, now the robot that passed this, it's not like humanoid and with like functional weaponry on it, is it?
Not yet, but
okay, well, that's good.
Yeah,
not until it builds its buddies that have that.
Right. Elon Musk actually said something at one point. There was another comment reported by Business Insider. Musk wrote, "The pace of progress in AI is incredibly fast. Unless you have direct exposure to groups like DeepMind, you have no idea how fast it's growing at a pace close to exponential. The risk of something seriously dangerous happening is in the 5-year time frame, 10 years at most. This is not a case of crying wolf about something I don't understand. I'm not alone in thinking we should be worried. The leading AI companies have taken great steps to ensure safety. They recognize the danger, but believe they can shape and control the digital superintelligences and prevent bad ones from escaping into the internet. That remains to be seen."
Yeah, it's totally Ultron.
So basically, run! No.
Yeah, really, Jesus.
Yeah. Hilarious.
Can I make a quick statement about Elon Musk while he's in the front of my brain?
Yes.
That guy is amazing. Did you hear about the newest upgrade to his Tesla Model S car that they put out? It's I think it's a $10,000 upgrade.
Is that the acceleration thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what it's called?
No, I'm actually, oddly enough, from the site with the robot thing, there's a Tesla Model S can now accelerate faster than G.
It's called the ludicrous speed upgrade.
Oh, that's perfect.
Which, I mean, it is insane. It goes like 0 to 60 in like 2.8 seconds or something like that, which is insane.
Right.
But I just love the fact that it's ludicrous speed.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
They've gone plaid.
Yeah.
All right, back to scary.
Now the real question, I don't know. This is from a site called YourNewsWire.com that looks like it might be kind of a, I don't want to say a conspiracy theory site, but a conspiracy theory site. So,
wow, fair enough.
Or it might just be all fake. I don't know. I'm just,
Well, if there's anything that's going to bring about world peace, Brian,
yeah.
It's humanity uniting against the robots.
That's right. No, I was just kidding about the website. I don't know if it is or not. I'm just throwing shit at the wall. Yeah. All I can hope is, with the cars, like that upgrade, all I can hope is the next one is to be able to jam radars.
That'd be sweet.
Mm-hmm. Strawberry. Anyway. Lone Star. Anyway, moving on. So I got another robot story. You wanna hear this one? This one's really cool, actually.
All right.
Okay. This is
it about the liquid metal one that can take forms?
No.
Oh, okay.
This one's from, and actually credit to our pal Diggity for bringing this to my attention. I hadn't seen this. This is from The Nerdist.
Right.
And
who's that guy?
I don't know. I've never heard of him.
Some chump podcaster.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Did some show on MTV. He was on Married with Children for an episode.
Yeah, right.
Anywho, the article is about an MTG Salvation user. MTG Salvation's a website that does a lot of talking about Magic the Gathering and such.
Okay.
So MTG Salvation user Talcos is a PhD candidate researcher in computer science at the University of Alabama at Birmingham.
Alabama, man.
He studies how deep neural networks handle classification and problem-solving tasks. A neural network is more... I'm not going to go into that. But anyway, this process that the now famous Google Deep Dream network uses for image recognition, and I believe the Google Deep Dream is... I forgot what that is. Is that what we talked about last week?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So anyway, this guy put all the Magic cards through this.
Okay.
To see what would happen, basically. And because he said, here we go. For example, you force the network to read Shakespeare over and over, and eventually it can write its own text in the style of Shakespeare. So his theory was put up all the Magic cards in there and see if this program could create Magic cards.
Right.
Like various stuff. And a lot of the cards that they show don't make a ton of sense. You know, like, because it just arbitrarily adds, Tony will get this and people who play Magic will get it, but it'll put, like, flavor text and stuff, or it'll put, like, mechanics on the cards that don't make any sense together.
That don't make any sense to the card.
Yeah. And, like this one here, I'll say this, again, for people who play Magic, you'll get it. If you don't, sorry, I don't really know what to tell you here, except...
Spur alert. Wait, no, that's not Spur alert.
This one's pay 1, sacrifice a creature. If an opponent would die, you gain 4 life. See, that's
sick.
It's totally used. Now,
broken.
In multiplayer, I guess, maybe not.
That 4 life, dude?
Right.
Broken.
Right. Someone's about to take lethal damage, you sacrifice a creature and gain 4 life in a multiplayer game, right? Anyway, but then... this next card, it's a land that taps for a white, blue, a white, a blue, a white, and green. So
that seems good,
right? Well, it's weird though because white's on there twice. But that would be.
So wait, you tap the land, you get a white, a blue, a white, and a green.
Yes, all 4. Yeah,
sick.
Right.
Does it come into play tapped?
No.
That's a great land.
It actually is a great land. This dragon creature, it's 1 blue for a 4/2, and it has.
Does it name the cards?
Yes.
What's the name of that land?
Rillatort Treat. The names make no sense, especially earlier. But there's more to this, essentially. But I wanted to just throw a few of these cards out there. Like this one, the name of it is Slid Shocking Crow. It's 1 blue for a 4/2 dragon. It has Trample and Mountain Spalk. Because
those must be mechanics I don't know since I'm kind of on a loop.
Right. It goofs because it's supposed to be Trample and Mountain Walk. But why would a blue creature have Mountain Walk? That's
mountain streams.
Right. That's pretty weird. Anyway, underneath there's a quote that says, "Darn, my opponent doesn't have any mountains to spalk." Anyway, so he realized that it had learned clearly, and it was grasping the concept of the game, but it wasn't like full on doing it. So he let the network train its pattern recognition skills for another night. He said, I noticed the network, now fully trained, could generate meaningful cards. However, it also had a knack for generating profoundly useless cards, which, I mean, that's the way cards are designed anyway. When Telkos returned, the network was still producing nonsense, but some of the cards were not only intelligible, but playable, even novel cards. Like, there's one that's essentially, they have a mana that, I don't know if you've seen it, where you can pay like 2 life, or it's like 1 red, or you can pay 2 life instead, and 5 colorless for a 3/3 trample. When it enters the battlefield, destroy target permanent. It's a legendary creature. That's not a terrible card.
Wait, does it have Mountain Spalk?
No, it doesn't, unfortunately.
I'm not interested.
All right, fair enough. But you know what I mean? Like a card like that, it's like, okay, it's getting closer, but,
Right.
And it says, eat, and of course, because the other thing he wanted to see is if it would design white cards that have typical white mechanics and red cards that have red mechanics and such.
Right, yeah, if they kind of fit with the color.
Right. And
whatever.
And it did a little bit over time. Like, it's learning and create. And I was like, well, hell, man, here we go. Wizards of the Coast is about to be right out.
Yeah, no shit.
Let's just fire the R&D team and just use this. But one of the cards it designed was mind-blowing, right? It's called, I don't know, Recelleral Touch. A blue and 1. It's a legendary instant, which basically means that it can only be played once per game. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Counter target spell, that player sacrifices an artifact, creature, or land for a blue and 1. How much would that be worth as a rare?
Yeah, that would be
godly
pretty
amounts
strong.
of money. That's a $50 rare easy.
Yeah.
Even though it's a legendary. That'd be stupid. So it generated that card, So I guess what is it? It says if you want to peruse the oddly wonderful creations yourself, it's under the Twitter account at Robo Rosewater, named after the head of Magic R&D, Mark Rosewater. It posts rendered versions of the network once a day. And Escapist Magazine, there's a link in the article, has its favorite cards from overpowered to more of the inner workings of how this is all functioning.
That is pretty interesting,
right? I thought this was a really, again, I'm sorry for people if you're not Magic fans, but I thought this was a really cool thing, because this isn't just like the things we saw last week with the Google thing was terrifying.
Yes, it was. It was pretty awful.
This is fun and seemingly harmless.
Yeah. Until it's stabbing you in the face with a mountain spork.
Yeah, I didn't anticipate that it had mountain spock.
Yeah, or Spock, that's what it was.
Right, here I am feeling cocky on top of the mountain.
I know. There you go. You're in your cabin in the mountain trying to stay away from the machines.
Yep.
And they have mountain spock.
Yeah, it's like, oh. And they're blue, so you didn't even see it coming.
Who knew?
Yeah. Like, shouldn't that have island spock? Enough magicking, but still fun. So here's a quick question for you. Have you read any of the reviews for that Pixels movie?
No.
They seem to be brutal.
I've heard it's got horrible reviews, and to be honest, when I first saw a preview for it, I wasn't terribly excited.
No,
about
I wasn't either.
Yeah.
Like I said, it reminds me of an episode of Futurama, and I think a lot of people seem to not remember that. There's an episode that it's like there's like four. It's tales of something. There's like 3 or 4 different short stories in one episode, and one of the episodes is Fry is like, what if video games came to life or something like that. So, yeah, it's just like I'm just looking at Twitter right now, and it says hashtag Pixels, and underneath it says Pixels is somehow even worse than I thought it could be. Like,
wow.
Yeah, I was just like, man, I've read all sorts of things like that. It's a God, I forgot. Somebody referred to it as a walking fart or something like that. It just, I have just brutal stuff on it.
It seems like if you're going to go see a movie, go see Ant-Man.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've heard it's
I've heard
good.
People have seen what's the word I'm looking for? Advanced screenings and whatnot.
Yeah.
On various podcasts. It says just awesome, and they're projecting Guardians of the Galaxy type money for it.
It hasn't hit that yet, though. It only hit 50 million the first movie, but or go see Trainwrecked.
Oh yeah,
that looks like a good family movie, right?
Exactly.
Did you see what? There was an interview with Amy Schumer, and they were asking her about the sex scene in the movie with John Cena, and she was like, "Yeah, he was inside me at the time." I was reading this article, and underneath it, people like in the comments were like, "Oh my God, that's so blah blah." His girlfriend or whatever's gonna. I'm like, she's clearly kidding.
Right.
Like, and what's his face? Bill Hader, that's in the movie also. He, just went with it too. And I was like, yeah, you guys need to learn to...
realize that you're talking to a stand-up.
Right. Like, clearly they said that for the funny of it. Because, most movies, that's generally not done. So... maybe she did. Maybe she
sock or whatever.
Right. Maybe her and John Cena, they went method. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
The old was it Blue Bunny or whatever that movie is.
Yeah. She's like, you know what? This just isn't working. She's like, just get inside me. Let's just do this Let's just come on. We're both professionals.
I'm not feeling your motivation.
Right.
So now I want to feel your motivation.
Yeah. You won't be the first wrestler that's been inside me. Let's go.
Well, this is true.
So, all right. You got any stories? I got one more if you don't, but
No, go ahead. Yeah, I'm good.
All right. So, did you see they announced a slight redesign of the Chuck Taylors?
No, I did not see this.
I almost want to have a bit each week called what's the internet outrage of the or just called outrage, because
really,
there's internet outrage about everything. And one of the things, like I saw this, they redesigned the Chucks, and what it is they're making them more comfortable. Like they're redesigning the inside of the shoe mostly to add, Lunar Lawn, which is a material developed by Nike. It's a lightweight and bouncy foam that the company uses in its running and basketball shoes. And that's pretty much it. There's not much else to really change. There's maybe a slight tweak to the overall look, but they still look like Chuck Taylors.
Yeah, I'm looking at them right now.
Right? Now, I understand the main thing that people got outraged at is that this is going to increase the price of the shoes by $15. But I'm telling you, I love my Chucks. But if I can get comfortable Chucks, that's worth the price.
Now, I wonder if that's going to... Because, I know one of the big reasons people like Chucks is you get that flat foot that's, better for your feet.
Yeah, except...
So I wonder if it's going to keep that whole flatness with a little more cush.
I think you can buy, the classics ones, because these are called the Chuck 2. So I can't imagine they would bother to call them Chuck 2s if they weren't keeping the originals, you know? So I think they're still going to be available, and then the new ones will be, you know, the more comfortable ones. And it's like, I can't wear my Chucks all day. Like, they kill my feet.
Right.
Like, I love them, but I just, you know, I can only wear them for a few hours. So to me, it's like, listen, if you want to make them more comfortable on the inside, I'm all for it, because then I can wear them the way I'd like to, which is all the time.
Right.
You know, rather than them being like a nice pair of high heels that I put away for special occasions, you know.
You never put those away.
You're right. I always wear my high heels. Spikes on fleek.
God damn it.
Yeah, it's funny, though, because in the comments of this, you know, somebody's like, it ain't broke, don't fix it. And one guy's like, yeah, they were broke. And there's people who bitch about, you know, the shoes and stuff. They're like, we don't, you know, the reason we like them is they're not, you know, they're not Nikes. And just in case anybody remembers that, they were bought by Nike in 2003.
Well,
according
and
to
they're still, I mean,
they're still Chucks.
They're still Chucks, and it's like, oh, they're not Nike, man. So I'm not supporting the. You're still part of a movement.
Yeah. Well,
there's so many people wear Chucks because they're Chucks.
Again, they're owned by Nike. Nike's owned Converse since 2003. So anybody buying Chucks are buying Nikes.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't know that for a long time until like Dwayne Wade had Converse shoes. Like his Dwayne Wade shoes were issued by Converse. And then when Nike bought them, he went into like the Air Jordan line. And I was like, because at first I was like, oh, that's kind of sucks he left Converse. Well, I was like, oh, they're the same company. So what he did was take advantage of Nike's better technology.
Yeah, the Tekanina.
Yeah. Hilarious. One of the comments, go into a retirement home and ask the old guy in wheelchairs about their old Converse. Take care of your feet and knees.
That's pretty funny.
Although I will say this, and I've read different stuff about this, was that somebody made a comment in there about how they're great for leg day at the gym because of the flat nature of them.
Yeah, that's why I hear a lot of gym rats wear them because of the flat.
Yep.
I mean, I have flat feet anyway, but the more I heard about, like, if you elevate your heel a little bit, really can fuck up your back, you know, and your hips and all that. I try to wear flat shoes as much as I can anymore.
Don't lie, you still rock heels just like I do. Got to make them legs pop, son.
Oh, well, I mean, geez, come on now.
Yep.
Calves, thighs, buttocks.
That's right.
Boom. Game night. Let's do this.
Right. All day tomorrow at Beer Fest.
That's right.
This was just one of those things that it's just like, I think people are just getting outraged to get outraged. Because it's like, listen, they're leaving them.
That's what people do,
they're leaving your shoes alone. They're just making an alternative that has better cushioning in them, and I'm okay with that. Like I said, you know, like I can see if you want the flat-feeted ones for certain things, go buy those. That's fine too, you know. Kids these days.
Oh, you can never be happy.
I know. Wait.
Bastards.
I know. But yeah, I think that was the last of my stories.
I'm pretty much spent on stories myself.
What? I don't know if I like this.
Let me peruse my notes just to make sure.
Tony's just playing with the speaking spell right now.
I am.
Moo.
The cow says. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got.
Awesome. Yeah, I was just looking to see if I have anything. No, that's what I got too. So I guess I could real quick plug myself. I made a fun video for Neo and Annalise at Daft Pod. Oh my god, that's so long. Yeah. I was gonna watch it, and then I was like, "Oh, it's 15 minutes."
I know, too long. Didn't watch.
Right. I almost typed that in the comments.
I did realize when I was making it, though, that I'm like, this is what Periscope is.
Yeah, right.
That's basically what I was doing, but I just put it on YouTube.
Right. The YouTubes, which
because
is
I didn't want to. I wanted to answer their Fave 5, but I didn't want to type it.
Yeah, because what was the Fave 5 you answered? I forgot.
It was vacation fails.
Oh,
and I'm like, I have stories for this.
Yeah, but typing
Twitter is not the appropriate, and I'm not going on Facebook.
No.
So I'm making a video.
Yeah, I like that idea much better anyway.
Yeah.
That's smart.
And there's, unintentional comedy throughout. Like when I'm giving Jeannie shit about years ago when she was a regular smoker. I'm like, I can't believe she used to do that as I'm puffing on a cigar.
Right.
Because she gave me shit about that. I'm like, I didn't even make that. I didn't even intend. Because after I said that, I took a drag on the cigar.
Perfect. Unintentional humor. Perfect.
Yeah, that wasn't even really planned, but it came out that way. So,
right?
So yeah, I guess I'll probably throw it on our website just because I'm always hunting for videos anyway.
Yeah. I loved listening to that episode when Neil's talking about one of his fails. I don't want to give it away because it's like his number one. So
right.
But it's funny how the whole time he's like, I want to be delicate about this, and I'm just thinking how if that was you and I telling it, there'd just be no. I mean, we had the ice cream talk earlier.
Yeah.
There's just no delicate here. We just use I can't think of the word now. Analogies and such. So, but that's not.
Would have been like, well, I don't want to give it away. Never mind. I was going to I was just going to spurl it for everyone.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, but whatever
whatever
your delicate situations are,
Yes.
But it just kind of makes me laugh at times when I listen to other podcasts and I just kind of think of how we would do the same thing, and sometimes it's like, oh yeah, that was, and then other times, just like, oh geez, we would have just stiff armed it right in the face and just
exactly,
or wheel kicked it, if you will,
wheel kick,
and yeah, so good times. Yeah, go listen to their new episode of from Jamaica's, was that episode 70, I think, of their show, and yeah, I'm just gonna say for the record that Neil posted online that there wasn't enough mentions of 69 in their 69th episode. I totally agree.
I agree, and unfortunately, I do not have that sound on our soundboard.
Well,
anymore.
We're not going to need it for a little while.
That's why I took it off.
We have 61 more episodes to go. But I will say one last thing here before we kind of just wrap it up, I guess, is this episode, 208, is the mark of that we've now put 4 calendar years of shows on, at least. So that's without the enthusiasts and all that, but just our regular show. This is our 4-year show, basically. And
this calls for a...
I was waiting for you to come off of that with, like, the horns and kind of just throw it all at the wall. So, yeah, thanks to everybody who's listened. And, I didn't really want to make any sort of a big deal out of this one because we made such a big deal out of the 200th episode. So it was,
Do appreciate all the fans, though.
Yeah. We appreciate all the loves and whatnot that we've gotten over the 4 years. Jeez.
Wow, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of friendships made.
Yeah. A lot of
enemies. Shit jokes made.
Right. A lot of bitter enemies made. A lot of enemies ground under our boots.
Yes.
I know
I've said this before, but it's still slightly intimidating that there's all this hours of us talking for
right.
our future generations to listen to.
Right. I mean, hell, even at 1 hour an episode, which is a complete undershot, that's 208 hours of.
Yeah.
I mean, my goodness, that's not too far off of like 10 days of conversation. I mean, here in 30 episodes, we'll have 10 days worth of conversation at an hour, which is a super, super conservative number.
Right.
Because most of our shows are more like 2 or hour and a half range, So.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the moment where Logan comes up to me. He's like, yeah, so I started listening to your podcast, and...
I'm pretty sure I don't want you to be my dad anymore. No.
Yeah, basically.
You're like, sweet, get out.
Yeah, good, move out. I got somewhere to put my weights now.
You're like, awesome, sign these papers.
That I have in my wallet.
Right, yeah, just ready to go. Well, by then...
I'm setting up my equipment tonight, and Leah's like, Dad, why do you podcast every night? And I'm like, I don't podcast every night. I podcast on Fridays. Why? She's like, I don't know. It's just not fair for me. And I'm like, well, I don't care. Dad of the week.
Perfect. That's awesome. Oh, man. That's fantastic. Yeah. So, we should have all sorts of treats for folks this week, though, because we're going to have the enthusiast episode, And then I would assume we're probably doing some sort of beer fest wrap up somewhere.
So it'd be bonus enthusiasts,
right? Man,
it'd be a double enthusiast. Well, unless we want to hang on to the beer fest for next week,
we could.
Because I'm going to have audio to tie together.
Oh, okay.
Since we're going to be asking people questions.
Oh, that's true.
Not.
That's true. Maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe no bonus enthusiast.
Yeah, you'll get to hear about our beer fest a little bit.
Yeah.
On next week's program.
Yeah, we'll see if you behave. You know,
yes.
if you're good, maybe.
Yeah, check under your pillow.
Mm-hmm.
If your tooth's gone,
that probably means the clown
and there's
took
a
it.
dirty filled sock in the corner.
Or T-shirt.
We were there.
Or T-shirt.
Or T-shirt.
Yes. All right. Well, I mean, we could just sit and bullshit all night, but that's all I got
show-wise. That's kind of what we do.
Yeah, and I mean, we might as well wrap it up. I got some packing to do for beer fest.
Yeah, I gotta do a little packing and get some sleep and
I'm also
get
hungry.
up and make my necklace of snacks.
Right. I have some wheel kicks to do too. So.
Well, you gotta get
practice.
Loosen up.
Right. Yeah, I'm not sleeping tonight. I'm just wheel kicking through the night.
Nice.
Which is also the name of my upcoming LP.
I was hoping it was gonna be the name of your book.
Wheel kicking through the night, the Brian Stewart story. Who's narrating that?
Chris Christopherson.
No, it's not good enough.
What?
Nah, yeah, he just doesn't wheel kick enough for me. Like, it sucks because Patrick
Jean-Claude
Swayze's
Van
dead.
Damme.
Yeah, all right, I'll allow that. Maybe I'll just
with that Belgium accent.
Maybe him and Steven Seagal can tandem read it.
There you go.
Nice. All right. With that said, I guess a quick plug here. We'll have a link up. The link's on the webpage already. Our pal Travis from the Snake Oil Comics podcast, who you already know, love, and want to see naked, has a book, a comic book he's got a Kickstarter for. So we have a link for it on the website. So go to that. Throw some money at that if you can. Help a brother out.
And if you're in the comic art, his what's the word I'm looking for?
The rewards
for
the
rewards.
Kickstarter. Yeah.
I was like, I'm
pretty sure I just said Kickstarter.
Yeah. Mountain sport.
Right? Man.
Yeah, no, his rewards, if you're into comic art, it's for not much, you can get original art from good artists.
Yeah, which is pretty sweet, because a lot of
get
times,
on it, you savages.
Because a lot of times to get that kind of stuff, you got to donate, all sorts of monies, and it's pretty low. Like I said, I think there's one that's like 15 or 20 donation get you some original, stuff.
You get the book and original art,
right? Which is awesome. So
what are you, a dick?
You are if you don't. No. So anyway, yeah, help him out if you can. Again, go to saltylanguage.com. It's on the middle-ish right of the site.
It's on the right-hand side in the column of fun over there.
Or just pay attention to our Twitter. We've been retweeting the hell out of it. Cause,
it's on Face page. It's on a Reddit.
Yeah, as we try to do with, any of our pals that have something like this going. We try to help them out.
Yep.
Other than that, again, we'll have all the links for the show and whatnot like we usually do. Tony will probably find some obscene video.
One of them will be me.
Right? Wait a minute.
Not that video.
Oh, all right. Check out the YouTube channel. We're Salty Language Pod on YouTube.
Salty Language Pod on the YouTube.
Right.
Trying to use it more.
r/Salty Language. If you're a Reddit user, have a look at that, because Tony will put up the Q of the W.
QW.
And
what?
Or you can check it out on the face page. We're Salty Language on Facebook.
If you're into that.
Yep. But usually the best way to find us is on the Twitter at salty_language. I need to check that again. I haven't checked that in a while.
See if the other one's freed up.
I'm sure it hasn't, because why would it? But
it's true.
You can find me at Stunami.
I am at Monotony.
And there's something. Oh, one last thing before I forget is we're part of some fun time networks, such as the Wicked Radio Network. We're a part of Podgods Network. We're a part of Musings of a Geek Network. Mm-hmm. We're part of Tangent Bound Network.
Indeed.
And that's it, right? I don't think there's any others, right?
There's one. It's on the tip of my thumb.
Entertainment also. So, links to all those are at the bottom of our website. So go to saltylanguage.com and just click around on there. Have a look at, there's a lot of shows in some of those networks.
Yeah.
So it's like anything, pretty much like a lot of stuff that you could want a podcast on. There's probably one listed in there.
Like basically, listen to us in our entire back catalog if you're a new listener.
At least 3 times.
Yes, and then branch out and find some more podcasts.
Right, like The Crazy Life, which I'm also on.
Which was a convenient link in the middle of the webpage for that, too.
Awesome. So, I think that's all. I think that's all the plugging we've got tonight.
That's all, man. Right? That's plenty of plugging.
So
for you, any more plugging, you have to pop a Viagra.
Yeah. Nice. Well played, sir. All right, so I guess with that, have a beer, you'll be fine, because we'll be having plenty of them tomorrow.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wait. Oh, no, I thought it was after midnight. Damn. I was going to say nope today, but it's not.
So many beers. Awesome. And, stay salty like the pretzel necklace I'll be wearing.
Right, and go piss rocks, which hopefully I won't be doing after all that beer consumption.
Just plan on pissing straight.
Yeah.
That's all you can ask for. Not on your shoes.
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah. Race catheter.
Race catheter. I'm telling you.
Fanny packs and race catheters.
Although it look really silly if you're wearing shorts. This is hose coming down your leg.
Just put it out the back and tell everyone it's a tail.
I'm cosplaying. As what? A piss demon.
I piss out my ass also. All right. Oh, yeah. We'll talk to you next time. Take care, everyone. And remember, be good to each other. Nothing. We're out of here.
Welcome to the Wicked Radio Network.
This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
You are now leading the world of Musings of a Geek Podcast Network. Stay geeky, my friends.